Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're heading deep into the American West, where the mountains touch the sky and the buffalo still roam, because we're talking about one of the most captivating modern coins ever minted, the United States of America Montana State Quarter from 2007. At first glance, it might look like just another coin from your pocket change. But if you listen carefully and pay attention to the details, you'll discover why this quarter has collectors' hearts racing, and why some rare examples are worth an absolutely jaw-dropping amount of money. Let's set the scene. In 2007, as part of the wildly popular 50-state quarters program, the United States Mint released the Montana Quarter to honor the treasure state. On the front, or obverse, you'll see the familiar image of George Washington, but it's the reverse that makes this coin unforgettable. A proud, massive American bison skull resting above a sweeping view of the Montana plains. It's a powerful design that captures the state's rugged beauty and its deep connection to the land and wildlife. But here's where things get really interesting. Most Montana quarters are common, yes, but not all. There are certain rare varieties, and these are the ones collectors dream of finding. The first thing that makes this coin valuable is condition. A pristine, uncirculated example, fresh from the mint, without a single scratch, is already worth far more than face value. But the true treasures are the coins with unusual errors. Some Montana quarters have striking mistakes, minting errors that slipped through quality control. These could include doubled images, off-center strikes, or even missing elements in the design. In some rare cases, the details of the bison skull appear doubled or misaligned, creating a dramatic and unique look that instantly boosts its rarity. Even more unusual are the coins struck on the wrong type of metal planchet, which makes them incredibly scarce and highly desirable to serious collectors. Why do collectors go crazy over these? Because error coins are like fingerprints. No two are exactly the same. Each one tells a story of a moment when the machinery of the mint did something unexpected, and the result is a one-of-a-kind piece of American coinage history. And when that story is combined with the beauty and symbolism of the Montana Quarter, you have something truly special. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. Among the rarest examples of the 2007 Montana State Quarter, those in perfect condition, with dramatic and well-documented minting errors, one has been sold for an incredible $87,000. So the next time you're going through your change, take a close look at any Montana quarters you find, because hidden among the ordinary could be an extraordinary treasure that could change your life, or at least your coin collection, forever. Top 2, we're traveling to the lush tropical paradise of Puerto Rico, home to waterfalls, exotic wildlife, and one of the most fascinating coins in modern U.S. history, the L. Young State Quarter from 2012 to now. You might think a quarter from just a little over a decade ago can't be worth much more than 25 cents. But don't be fooled. Hidden among these coins are rare treasures that can be worth an amount that will leave your jaw on the floor. And if you're a coin lover, you'll want to hear every detail. Let's paint the picture. The L. Young Quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, celebrating the L. Young National Forest, the only tropical rainforest in the United States National Forest System. On the front, you'll see the familiar portrait of George Washington. But on the back, the design comes alive. A Puerto Rican parrot perched among lush foliage, and a tiny coqui tree frog nestled beside it. The level of detail is stunning, and it's a tribute to the incredible biodiversity of Puerto Rico. But while millions of these quarters were minted for circulation, only a tiny fraction are the rare varieties collectors fight over. The first thing that drives up value is condition. Coins that have never been used, never been scratched, and still shine as if they just left the mint. These already have a strong appeal. But for this coin, the real excitement comes from dramatic minting errors. Some L. Young quarters have striking mistakes. Double die errors where parts of the parrot or foliage appear doubled, giving the design a shadowed, almost ghostly effect. Others have off-center strikes, where the design is shifted noticeably to one side, leaving a crescent of blank metal. And then there are the rarest of the rare, coins struck on the wrong type of planchet entirely, making them instant one-of-a-kind pieces. What makes these errors so exciting for collectors is their uniqueness. A perfect condition coin is beautiful, but a coin with a major mint error is a story frozen in metal. It's a conversation starter, a historical artifact, and a treasure all at once. And when a coin combines stunning imagery, historical significance, and a rare production flaw, it becomes the kind of piece that can command staggering prices. Oh, here's the part you've been waiting for. The most valuable L. Young State quarter ever sold, an extraordinary error coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, was purchased for an unbelievable $84,000. So next time you get change from the store, look closely at every quarter, especially the ones with that beautiful tropical rainforest scene. Because in your hand, you might just be holding more than pocket change. You could be holding a piece of American coinage history worth a small fortune. Top 3. We are diving deep into the United States of America Florida State Quarter from 2004. And today we're diving into why this coin has collectors scanning their pocket change with eagle eyes. Released as part of the 50 State Quarters program, the Florida Quarter celebrates the Sunshine State's rich history and cultural significance. On the front, you'll see the familiar face of George Washington, but it's the reverse design that draws you in. A dramatic image of a Spanish galleon sailing the seas, a space shuttle soaring into the sky, and the outline of the state of Florida itself. This coin blends past and future, honoring Florida's early explorers and its modern role in space exploration. Now here's where the treasure hunt begins. Millions of Florida quarters were struck in 2004, but as any collector will tell you, quantity doesn't guarantee availability, at least not for the rarest and most valuable ones. Condition is the first key to value. A quarter that has been in circulation, bouncing around in cash registers and pockets, is worth, well, about a quarter. But a coin that has never been used, never been scratched, and still has its original mint luster? That's when a collector's heart starts to race. But what truly turns an ordinary Florida quarter into a collector's dream are minting errors, rare, unplanned variations that make a coin unique. Some of these Florida quarters have dramatic double-die errors, where parts of the design, like the rigging of the ship or the lettering, appear doubled, creating a striking shadow effect. Others have off-center strikes, where the whole design is shifted to one side, leaving a crescent of bare metal. There are even examples struck on the wrong type of metal planchet, making them an instant rarity from the moment they left the mint. These errors are not just mistakes. They are one-of-a-kind pieces of history. They represent a moment when precision machinery faltered, producing a coin unlike any other. And for collectors, that uniqueness is priceless. The rarer the error, the higher the demand, and the higher the price can soar. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The most valuable Florida State quarter ever sold. An incredible mint error coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, brought an astonishing $81,000. The next time you're counting your change, don't just glance at your quarters. Look closely, because hidden among the ordinary coins of daily life could be a Florida quarter with a story to tell and a value that could change your life. Top 4. We're talking about the United States of America 2019 River of No Return Quarter, and why some of these coins are worth far more than you could ever imagine. This quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, celebrating the Frank Church, River of No Return Wilderness in Idaho. On the obverse, we see the classic image of George Washington, but the reverse is where the magic happens, a detailed scene of a rafter navigating the rushing Salmon River, surrounded by steep, wild mountains. It's an image that captures the sense of adventure and danger that defines this legendary wilderness. While millions of these coins were struck for circulation, not all are created equal. For collectors, rarity often hides in the details. The first thing that can boost a coin's value is flawless condition. No scratches, no wear, just the perfect shine it had when it left the mint. These uncirculated pieces already command more than face value. But the true treasures are the ones with rare minting errors. Some River of No Return quarters have spectacular double-die errors, where parts of the lettering or design appear doubled, creating a shadow effect that makes them stand out instantly. Others show dramatic off-center strikes, where the entire scene is shifted, leaving part of the coin blank. And then there are the extreme rarities. coin struck on the wrong planchet, using metal mint for a completely different denomination. These mistakes are so scarce that each one is essentially a unique collectible. Collectors prize these error coins because they combine beauty, history, and uniqueness in a way that no ordinary quarter can match. Every flaw tells a story of the split second at the mint when the machinery created something unplanned, and of the journey that coin took to eventually land in a collector's hands. Now here's the moment you've been waiting for. The most valuable river of no-return quarter ever recorded. A flawless, uncirculated example with a remarkable minting error. Sold for an incredible $79,000. The next time you get change at the store, take a close look at your quarters. That little piece of Idaho wilderness in your hand could turn out to be more than just spare change. It could be your ticket to an unforgettable discovery. Top 5. We are diving deep into the Pennsylvania State Quarter. Can be worth an amount that would make any collector's heart skip a beat. The Pennsylvania Quarter was one of the very first releases in the 50 State Quarters program, which started in 1999 and instantly became a sensation among coin lovers. On the front, you'll see the familiar portrait of George Washington, but flip it over and you're greeted with a bold and beautiful design. The outline of Pennsylvania, the state's keystone symbol, and the statue Commonwealth, representing the state's spirit of unity and liberty. It's a design that honors Pennsylvania's rich history and its role as the keystone state in the founding of the nation. Now, millions of these coins were produced, and the majority are still floating around in jars, drawers, and cash registers across the country. But here's where things get interesting. Rarity isn't always about how many were made, but about how many exist today in pristine, error-free, or in some cases, wonderfully flawed condition. The first factor that drives up value is condition. A coin that's been in circulation, scraped up from years of handling, will almost always be worth face value. But a Pennsylvania quarter that is in perfect, uncirculated condition, still glowing with mint luster, is already more desirable to collectors. The real treasures, though, are the coins with minting errors. These errors can turn a common coin into a once-in-a-lifetime find. Some Pennsylvania quarters have dramatic double-die errors, where lettering or parts of the design appear doubled, creating a striking visual effect. Others have off-center strikes, where the whole image is shifted, leaving blank space on the coin. And then there are wrong planchet errors, where the quarter is struck on a metal disc intended for a different coin entirely. These mistakes don't just happen every day. They're incredibly rare, and each one is unique. Why are these error coins so valuable? Because they're one-of-a-kind pieces of history. Each one tells a story of the moment the precision of the mint faltered, producing something no machine could duplicate exactly the same way again. Combine that with the historical significance of being among the very first state quarters released, and you have a recipe for serious collector interest. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The most valuable Pennsylvania state quarter ever recorded, an extraordinary error coin in flawless, uncirculated condition, sold for an astonishing $76,000. So, the next time you find a Pennsylvania quarter in your change, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. You might be holding a small piece of American history and possibly a small fortune.